I'm ready. Yeah. Who's not ready? It just asks who's not ready.
Yes, well, that's another question.
The mum wasn't. What?
Right.
Come on, how are we going, guys?
Yay. Alright, let's go.
Going now.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck. Good luck, everyone. Good luck, guys. Good luck, everybody. And remember to stay stationary.
Ring, ring, ring. Feels like a ceremony.
Sparta 4. Maxwell 5. Gentleman Boy 6. Thompson 7. TW 8. Samchik 9. F1 Racer 10. All other LNDs after F1 Racer.
This is surprisingly civilized.
Yeah. Roby 1. Orbit 2. Sigmago 3. GT 4. Fastlaw 5. Siska 6. Quaker 7. Whitelaw 8. Johns 9. Followed by Moreland 6.
F1 racer, you can go ahead of me.
Go, Grubby. Do GTs have formation points a bit earlier?
Same place really, but just a 10-second gap behind the last LMP, please.
Okay.
No, only about 10 seconds.
Yeah, another 5 or 10 seconds, isn't it?
How hot tires are 60 degrees?
Chilly.
You could fry eggs on it.
That'd be a rubbery egg.
Is it odds to the right?
Yep.
Not now, because of King-Kodiak, exactly.
No,
For LMP once. But you have to count out King-Kodiak's position.
Good luck, everybody.
Thank you.
Be safe, everyone.
Mitre lagging a bit.
Good teamwork, McCoy.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Oh, there he is! He's lost the wheel! Oh
Oh yeah.
Both his front wheels!
That should do it. There we go. Yes. Hello, Matteo. So, thank you for pointing that out, Meekstar. That would have gone on a very long time until that had been spotted. Thank you for that. So, we are now underway. Good and proper. So, Franco Droz has come to blows very early on. He's lost a wheel by having a problem at the top of the S's. Andrex UK has taken the lead in the Marek. Then the Mareks seem to be the car to beat here at Watkins Glen. It was the other way around for Imola 2 weeks ago. The Oricas blew the field away. The Mareks seem to have the advantage here, although Flying K-Fran doing the best he can, hanging on to that third position. He's right behind our pole sitter, TB Mirtakario.
Got fucking stuck in the pit box. Holy shit.
Oh dear, someone is having trouble with a pit stop. Is that Franco Droz?
Because my ass didn't put
Droz?
fuel in the car.
No, it was not. So Franco Droz hasn't made it round to the pits yet. Where has he got round to? Franco Droz has made it as far as there. As you can see at the top of the field, he is. To be fair, he's still going.
You're lagging.
And someone's got lag issues, and someone is coming out of the pits though. It's Jons. Jons is the one coming out of the pits, I think. Just see who that is. Not K-Fran. It's Maxwell. Maxwell has also fallen to the bottom of the field, so he's had trouble. I didn't see what his problem was. Jons and Hawkstony. I'll be sure to try and keep an eye on them for you, Meekstar. Flying K-Fran then in third position. Conor McCoy was right with his teammate early on, but Thompson, his teammate, seems to have fallen quite a way behind. There's been a lot of discussion regarding pit strategies for this race, and the general consensus is you sure as hell ain't going to do this without at least one. Oh, someone's out already. Someone is having trouble. I can't actually tell who that
Whoever's
is
behind me, I'll let
by
you
their
down
voice.
straight.
Thompson continuing his race. There's Mr. Alcon then. He has got F1 Racer Company, Dozer Kitty, and Tickler's Picklewicker, I think, in that particular gap. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Whoever's just gone through the shop. I'm assuming that's Maxwell that was having the difficulty. That would explain why he's fallen a long way down the order. There is Zapata. Basically running his own pace there. There's Brzanczyk.
I probably have less downforce.
Oh, look at this. Heading the GT3 field is Groby, but he has got... That is Nick Mido, I think, with him. It was indeed. So Nick Mido really lost out. Oh no, beg your pardon, I'm looking completely the wrong field. Wrong battle, beg your pardon. Groby has actually broken away. That's Nick Mido and Morvik having that particular battle on board with the Aston Martin. That's how close third in class Morvik is behind Nick Mido. That's me getting completely crossed up there on who we were looking at. So Groby's still leading the GT3 field. He hasn't broken away. Look at the GT3 field. Really, really heavily bunched up. Again, we're looking at almost half and half split. Slightly more LMP field. Slightly more LMP heavy field this time around than we had in the other. That's the Morgan's car. This is third place in the GT3 field. And down the start finger straight. It's probably the widest Corvette in the world right now. But Morvik has been there pretty much all race long. And on he goes then. He's trying to do something about the Corvette ahead of him. There is Fastrel with Dangerous Ginetta right with him. There is that damaged David Siska. Gwegwin is right in there as well in 18th position overall with Rygor. Our artists, our custom livery maker, in the back of his patch in 19th place there. There is Hawkstony, also in the Corvette. Lovely, I love the sound of that thing. Itharian in the OD Ginetta in the field. He's running in 21st place. There is Jons with, that is race leader Andrex right behind him. Oh, goodness me, Andrex got really out of shape trying to get past the Merc, but has lost him a whole bucket load of time.
Your lanes, guys.
And that is Andrex not happy with the performance of the Mercedes. That's bunched up the first and second battle royally. Oh my goodness me, and that's Flying K-Fran. Hello, Franco Droz. What happened? We saw you have an argument with the wall at the top of the S's. What on earth happened, sir? There is Maxwell.
We'll drive round you, you're more predictable if you stick to your line. We know what you're
Having a disaster here is Maxwell. He's back on the road again, but and there is Franco Droz. He has. I'm assuming you've retired officially, Mr. Franco Droz. Otherwise, you're having
already there, so
big pit stop there. Let's head back up to the front then. Oh, where's TB gone? Oh, there he is. He's gone wide. And he's lost that third position. Lost second position, beg your pardon. That is around turn 9. Nerticario's made a mistake in between turn 8. In between turns 8 and 9. He's lost that second place to Flying K-Fran then. And there goes the Orica of Flying K-Fran. So really, we were looking at the Mareks to run away with this, but as yet, not quite happening. Dedication to Jensen Button there on the fin of the Marek of Nerticario there. That's Hitharian. Sol Ginetta, already the damage on his car. Flying K-Fran again getting caught out by the GT3 car. Absolutely nothing he can do. The GT3s are not obliged to jump out the way of the LMP cars. But there was nothing Hitharian could have done. Oh no, your engine blew on the way back to the pits. Oh, Franco Droz. What a great shame. As Andre's getting caught out behind Hawks Tony.
And we're trying to be helpful, but they're not.
There's exactly as he says, the GT3s need to stick to the lines they're going to take so that the LMPs can plan their overtake properly.
Take advantage of where we're faster or slower than we are.
There is Colonel McCoy. He's getting close to the back of TV then for fourth position. There he is in the next Orica in line. Oops, that's the Corvette. Who is that? That is Hawks Tony. He's going to do the shot there. It's a bit of, the GT3s have got, they're stuck in between a rock and a hard place sometimes. They try and get out of the way, but unfortunately doing so does make their behaviour a bit less predictable for the LMP guys. Ooh, slightly wide there for Tibu on the exit of turn 11. I know I'm still in the Discord server, Franco, but no one should be hearing me through Discord at the moment. I'm sure someone would have told me if they could hear me by now.
Inside.
Let's get on the point. And there is Thompson then. So he's falling back from his teammate at the moment. In 5th position. Lovely green and white livery. Dozer Kitty. Let's see. Oh, goodness me, he's had trouble on turn 1. And that is going to lose him 6th position to F1 Racer. Is that going to lose him 7th to Zapata, I wonder? Yeah, I thought I'd stay in the Discord channel this time so I can get some, or hear some of the comments from the drivers. And Mr. Alcon is losing positions. Let's see what's going on with Mr. Alcon. That is why. A very, very early pit stop from Mr. Alcon. Assuming that is damage related. That seems way, way too early to be pitting as by schedule. So Orica is on his way then. He is in the back of the LMP field as a result. There's a passer then. He's right on Dozer Kitty's tail, who in turn is right with F1 Racer as well. So with the Mercedes of Jons right ahead of him. Ah, yes, that probably will do it, Franco. Thank you for that. Thank you for acting as my spotter. Oh, goodness me, that is... Who's that got out? It's F1 Racer that got all out sorts. Trying to get past Jons. Has bunched this group up again. Oh, Dozer Kitty had to jump on the inside of the Merc there. That's Jons trying to keep out of trouble. But that's lost. Dozer Kitty again running slightly wide in the exit. Was that someone else in the pits? Oh no, it's TPW coming around the Mercedes of Jons there. Oh, Zapata having a look in the inside of turn 1. Thinks better of that though. Not really a big enough braking zone for the LMPs. Oh, again! We see trouble. Was that Brezant? No, it was...
Did I push you, McMinder?
Was it Dozer Kitty that was bouncing off the wall again? I think it was. It is in places, Nick Star. It is definitely in places. Those of you that's finding out, it's also quite slippery. So here we have this bunch of 4. Might have been it. Was it? No, it wasn't F1 race. I'm sure it was Dozer Kitty bouncing off the wall straight after turn 1. Let's check in with everybody. Andrex is leading the way there in the Marak. He's got some damage to his rear fin somehow. I'm assuming that's simply rear damage. Flying K-Frank is right in the middle of several GT3s. He is stuck in the middle of Roby and Morvik.
Sorry.
There we see TB Merticario having less difficulty getting past those GT3s so with the time that you hit them. So he's in the second Marak. The lead Orica is Flying K-Fran as they come up through the S's again. We're going to have a run on Flying K-Fran on the way down to the bus stop, on board with the Marak. Through the bus stop then, didn't really gain anything on the Orica. And on goes TB then on his merry way, and there you see that's Groby, GT3 category leader. Oops, sounded like there was a bit of contact between the Marak and the Merc there. Colonel McCoy, he's already gone through the shot, there he is, in the green and white Orica. He's also catching the back of Groby then. He's hoping to try and capitalise on people tripping up to get into the GT3 field. 5th position, Thompson. TBW and these Picklewood are just swap position. That was around the bus stop then, so Dozer Kitty must have had a bit of a lunge. He's lost the back of F1 Racer. F1 Racer has disappeared into the distance. A little bit at least. So we'll see him in the next shot, I think. Nope, he's just disappeared out of the shot. Around that hairpin of 7. Keeping the pressure on Dozer Kitty then. Any racer will always want to take the opportunity of an overtake whenever they grab hold of it. This being an endurance race, it's less crucial to get past early. But unless you're Andrex, he's opened up a 10-second lead. Oh, goodness me, TBW, you had to get out of that really. He had a good run out of that turn 9, but couldn't use the extra pace he had then. I'm on board with the Marak of Picklewickle. Come over the line there. It's after turn 1 that Dozer struggled a bit, so we'll see if he handles it okay this time. Oh, very, very wide then. Oh, is there someone with a cut track penalty? It was F1 Racer. F1 Racer got himself a cut track penalty for going past, exceeding the limits at turn 1. The game is very unforgiving. Then Dozer Kitty goes round the outside of the Orica and looks like on the grass, so does TBW. Indeed, F1 Racers lost 2 positions as a result of that inadvertent cut-track penalty. And so this quartet battle resumes again, this time with Dozer Kitty at the front of it. As they come around turn 5. Down through chute. 6 with some more GT3s right in their face. Brzanczyk is the tail of the 4. Last of the Oricas in this particular battle. Mr. Alcom had trouble early on, so he tried to recover some lost time then. And he has got Yons already ahead of him. He's very much on his own in relation to track position. Maxwell is having a lot of trouble early on. I think was nearly retired, but is pressing on nonetheless. He is back up into 12th position. At the back of the LMP field. Groby then, he continues to lead the GT3 field in the Mercedes. Second is Morvik then. He managed to get past Nick Mido when we weren't looking. There is Nick Mido in the background of the shot with Thompson just coming past him. And Brzanczyk and F1 Racer have just swapped position. That's why F1 Racer choosing now to pit. Seems a little bit early to me, but some could be going for a longer middle stint. Assuming a 3-stop strategy, so TBW up to 8th, Brzanczyk 9, and F1 Racer down to 10th then. Mr. Alcon, he's just coming around the last turn. He probably will gain that position from F1 Racer then. Back to the way we were then, into the GT3 field. So there is Morvick. That is second in class, 14th overall. Nick Mido in the Corvette. Coming through turn 7. Pedro Ginetta. He's shaken off his tail as Fast Draw is trying to keep up with DG at the moment. Quick win. So the radio there. There's Rygor in the Corvette. Frank. Hulk Sony in the Corvette with Fotharian in fairly short succession in the Corvette. Oh dear, what a lot of damage to the front of a Ginetta. Yawns them. Out there somewhere. Camera getting lost. That is that Racy Durandrex? Yes, it is. Whoa! And that's yawns off a little bit. David Siska. David Siska with the damaged Mercedes, nudging the back of Dendra Ginetta, I think, on the pro lap. And there is, of course, the dead engine from Williams. So our race leader then has got himself a pretty comfortable lead. Let's have a look at the lap times. I know you guys love those. Current fastest lap is by our race leader, 1:33.314, but only by 800ths of a second over Flying K-Fran in the second position at 1:33.3. The rest, but with the exception of the only within a second of Andrax's best lap, are those in the top 4. Big gap between Keller, McCoy and Thompson for fastest lap, but fastest lap doesn't mean a great deal, certainly at this stage of things. Oh, and that is Stack has just come out of the pit. It's Pickle Wickle. The next Marak, so that's TBW having a pit stop then. On his merry way. Just to show you what the gap is. Just about 2/3 of the length of that straight in between 4 and the inner loop. Or the bus stop. There it is, of Flying K-Fran. Really pushing pretty hard. You saw how hard he had to push through turn 5 there. As the Marak was, Andrax's Marak at least looked a bit more balanced going through that particular turn. There is our pole man, TB Mescario. Not been able to rediscover his qualifying form. He's falling away a little bit from the back of Flying K-Fran, but now everyone in their rhythm. Top 4 fairly well spaced out. There is Colonel McCoy.
Oh wow.
Trying to chase down T-Boo.
That was scary.
Big 30 seconds though in between the two teammates, 4th and 5th of Colonel McCoy and Thompson. Again, Thompson could be going for a longer first stint, so it is all to play for. That is F1 Racer, who is 12th overall and last in class. So he's had a pit stop already, as we know. So that is nothing to read particularly into that. There is the Zapata trying to get past GT3 class leader Groby. Goes through on the inside of turn 7. Zapata currently in 6th. He's got about 13.5 seconds to close down to have a look at Thompson. Goes to Kitty. We saw him in a quartet battle earlier on, but pit stops have put an end to that, unfortunately. As he's wheezes past Fast Draw, he continues on his merry way. Brzanczyk, Mercedes runner in the recently finished GT3 season for the Pro League. He's one of only 2 Mercedes drivers to sign up in the Pro League. Sadly, we never saw one of them. Brzanczyk became the sole runner for the rest of the season in Pro. Mr. Alcom now towards Hawks, Tony and Hitharian, who's having their battle at the back of the field. Oh, that, my dear Franco Droz, is a very, very good question. That decision is not entirely mine to make. It depends on what AOR's requirements are and what my own free time is. So that, I'm afraid, we'll have to wait. Would I like to? Absolutely I would. As long as the interface in Project Cars 2 is half decent. And Mr. Alcon absolutely stuck behind the Ginetta. Can't do anything about it until this point. And the Ginetta, of course, can't do anything about it either. There's no way he could alter his line through the S's, not without throwing his own car into the wall. Mr. Alcon on his way then. That has allowed TBW to gain a bit of time. Using the Merrick on Mr. Alcon, so those two could be crossing swords fairly soon. Oops. TBW caught that apex a little bit hard there, threw his car towards the outside. It's not going to help him. Right. That behind him is Flying K-Fran, second position Flying K-Fran, so TBW will have to yield to him, as that is... well, if I left, someone would have to replace me, so whoever would be would curse you in their own unit. Right now I have no intention of doing that, so don't worry, Mr. Franco, I'm sure AOR will have to put up with me a bit longer. TBW then, he's going to have to yield. A bit of an awkward place to do it, unfortunately, without losing a whole bucket load of time. Surely now, he sticks to the inside, just comes off the gas, there he goes, and there goes second place.
Be careful.
Someone giving a bit of a warning there. Not sure who. Maxwell. Haven't seen him for a while. He's continuing on his way. He's just about to complete another lap. He's got himself... What's the gap he's got to gain? Before he sees anybody else, it's about 26 seconds. So, not an unassailable gap by any stretch. Ruby then. Continuing to lead the GT3 field. He leads it only by about 4.5 seconds. So in this shot you will see his next competitor. There he is, it's Roby in the Aston. That is Dozer Kitty in 7th overall. Just going to go behind him. Oops, you do have to run quite close to that barrier on the outside there. I actually raced this circuit yesterday in the V8 Supercar, and I did pretty damn terrible. I don't do well in the V8 Supercar, so why on earth I went into that race I still don't know, but there we go. And Groby catching a bit of slipstream. For all it's worth, really, it's not worth a great deal here. As the straights are not particularly long, so you're not going to gain a massive amount, but any amount is good to have. There is Morvik. Oops, well, that's Morvik then, with, that is Brzezinski coming up behind him. Morvik comes around onto that back straight. He has about just shy of 5 seconds thereabouts between himself and Groby, maintaining his pace and his rhythm. Mido, the Corvettes, third in class, can still see those ahead of him. Again, everyone pretty much running their own race, no particular wheel-to-wheel battles going on at the moment. There's GG. Merck. Here, that didn't sound too happy going through that. Really had to lift off quite heavily. As that is race leader Andrex coming up behind him. And there he goes, flies through on the inside. Flash the lights. There's quite a lot of damage on Andrex's car. So, has he made a mistake somewhere? He has lost quite a bit of lead, so it could be that Andrex has made a mistake somewhere and had an argument with the wall. I didn't hear him say anything over the radio, over Discord rather. And there in the background you see Mr. Alcon, yes, it's Flying K-Brown and Mr. Alcon. 2nd and 9th in the Oricas. Wegwin. He is in that in the Mer. No, he isn't an Aston, I beg your pardon. That is Colonel, TV Mescario has just jumped past it. Oops, running a bit wide. That could have got him a cut that penalty. Did it? Yes, it did. Either that or we really... No, he probably backed off, actually, to allow Colonel McCoy to take the better line through that last turn. It's going to allow...
Thanks, DG.
Someone thank you, Danger Janetta there. That's fast draw in. So 20 laps done. That's my car, you just saw it in the pit lane there.
The game could have given me yellow flags at least.
That's Thompson. Oh, Hawkstone also running wide on that last turn. In the Corvettes. He continues. David Siska in the bright yellow Mercedes. Continuing on his merry way. Jons in the pinkish coloured Merc. He is. It's lightish red. F1 Racer is in the pits. I think he's been there for a while, so that is probably the end of his race. I don't see a pit man in front of him, so this race has claimed a second victim then. And there's a name I don't recognise. Al Qadami, hello to you, sir. Yeah, loving the F1 quote there, Franco Joes. So back over to the front of the field then, let's check on where Andrex is. He definitely has lost a bit of lead then. Last time around, 135.3. So he's got the fastest lap, but of course, backing off a bit. Hello, Solar, good to see you as well. Oh, very kind of you, Matteo. So, very kind of you indeed. Adam McCoy is relatively close to his next position. There's Matacario. The LMP directly behind him is actually TPW, but directly behind him is Adam McCoy. On board with the rather garishly green. Green is my favourite colour, but that is rather bright. PCDC 2. I wonder if PCARS 2 is going to have a PCDC. Does anyone know that one? I've not actually got it. A big gaggle of LMP cars here, but unfortunately not all of them are on the same lap. That's TB there, that's just called the back of Nick Mido. And there is the next in position, which is Colonel McCoy, and in between them is Mr. Alcon, Morvik, and Tigris Picklebone. In that order. Oops, people getting a bit crossed up on which way to go. Morvik rather minding his own business, and then Colonel McCoy catching the back of TBW, who does need to yield the position, but he couldn't, without either slamming into the back of the Aston or doing what he's done. Just carrying on his merry way and finding a better position to yield. He's not going to be able to do it through the S's. Should be able to get out of the way. There he goes. There we go. Bleeds out of the throttle a bit. Got you, Meatstar. Got you. So yes, there will be a PTDC for PCARS 2. Looking through the timings, who shall we look at? Let's look at our GT3 field. Roby has been leading the field all race long.
What's your tyre wear, Robbie?
That's Morvik asking Groby on that tyre wear.
Mine was well done.
So, you see, Groby has been reeling in.
It's good that
has been reeled in by Morvik. Although last time around there was about a second quicker from Groby to try and keep that gap as it is. Last time around, the GT3s did provide a fair bit of entertainment. Is that Thompson in the pits? Yes, it is. He's had his stop. Out he comes then. Where does he feed out? There goes, I think that's Mr. Alcon, is it? Nope, that is... Oh, it is Mr. Alcon. So he's just fed out. He's just come out ahead of 9th position, Mr. Alcon. Oh, flown off the road. Thompson got that all wrong.
All right, I get a cut track for that. Great game.
The lovely cut track gremlin coming in and biting Thompson there. Oh, he flew off the road. He did well to keep it out of the wall. Nick Mido in the pits. That's why he's fallen through the order. Corvette is in then. He's kept his car in remarkably good condition. So we are 23 laps done in this endurance event. 67 remaining. I imagine he's more grumpy about it than contesting it. Passe, Solar. Who should we look at? Let's jump back up to the top of the GT3s. There's more than anything Aston. Here, there, you can hear Groby's murk in the background of the camera there. And Brzancic is Brzancic in the pits. Yes, he is. There he is. There you see Groby and Warwick. To be honest, Meek Star.
I got no warning rule behind me, but
To be honest, Meek Star, people have been pitting at the weirdest of times, so I think pit windows are pretty much being winged out, to be honest. And hello there, Extrovert44. Oh, someone just at the wall there whilst I was looking at the chat. Hello there, Extrovert44. Good to see you. Thank you for coming along. It is going to be 2 to 3 stops, as Frank Joe suggests, but it's just when. People seem to be pitting all the time. Thompson is getting back into the rhythm, and that is TPW, I believe. He's just coming past. Yes, it is. Side by side into turn 7. I don't think TPW had much of a fight on that one. And that is Fast Draw. Well, they are coming up behind. Oh dear, that's David Siska. That is off into the gravel. Be careful how you rejoin, especially with that many cars around you. Goodness me.
Cheers for that.
Thompson. Trying to squeeze his way past Siska, which he does. Oh dear, that's someone. Was that TPW coming into the pits? Yes, it was. That is Tony, I think it is in the background. That is coming in as well. There goes Maxwell there to gain a couple of positions. Where's Brzancic? Uh-oh. We've got trouble.
There was a lag spike.
Oh, Tibu had a lag spike apparently. Where is he? There he is. He's continuing on his way, but there was a GT3 car going very, very slowly in that last shot. Not 100% sure who it was. I'm going to see if we can figure out who it was. I don't think it was Groby. His car looks alright, but it did look like it was a Mercedes. Not particularly Hagedami. Jons is in 22nd. Well, they're one position apart, but there is Hawks Tony just coming out of the pits, and Jons is there just coming around the last bend. So, no, they're quite a way apart at the moment, I'm afraid, but you never know how the race will unfold. 23 seconds there or thereabouts. He's got a pretty heavily damaged car there. Chibu has got company. And that is the company flying K-Frame, give or take. You've just seen him go out of the shot there. He's flashing his lights. I don't know how well they can actually see the lights with this much light. There we go. That is Nick Mido. He's just come past. It's Gwegwin and Fast Draw swapping position. I think Gwegwin's in the pits. Now, Manskari seems to be reading in flying K-Fran. Last time around, lap times 1:35.1 for Tibu, 35.6 for K-Fran. And Andrex is just on another planet. Tibu hopefully will be pushing flying K-Fran for that next position pretty soon. Looking through my timings, we have a bit of a battle in 14th place. This man they just did better, and this man hit 9. That times last time around. We don't know what it was for Nefarian. His was a valid, 147.7 for the Merc, and that's pretty close. So, oh, that's very, very close. Nefarian getting a great run through the S's and goes past Dangerous Janetta into 14th place. Wow! Absolutely flew past. That's a gain of position for the very, very, very battered Janetta then. Only Dangerous Janetta by name. And DG just has absolutely no answer in the slightest as Racy to Andrex comes through again. Lap for him. Another battle close in time is from 18th position of David Siska in the Mercedes and Fastraw in the Aston. Why is DG in that? That's what he chose. That is the one he chose. So this is battle for 18th position, David Siska and Fastraw, as the... Who's that is there? That is Zapata, Marek in the middle. I know, Extrovert, I know. He's diverting away from his beloved Janetta these days. Three-way battle forming here as Fastraw is reading in the Mercedes, but right behind them, you just saw him there, is Quegrin. Crikey, that's Fastraw getting very, very keen on the inside of turn 7. And wow! Crikey, trying to get a decent drive up the hill. Mercedes just managed to out-accelerate.
Nikimo, you were lagging quite a bit there.
Oh, Nick Mido is lagging in the Corvette, it would seem. Where is he? Nick Mido... Where is he? He's in 17th position. And there we go, look, Fastraw getting the inside of the Mercedes. On the run down to turn 10. And that is job done. Aston takes that position pretty convincingly. That's what it is from David Sister's perspective. Can you do anything about the Aston? No, thinks better of it. Don't go too deep into turn 1. Game won't like you for that. It does look like it's just got no particular answer for Fastraw. And now he's already going to get company from Quegwin. And that was, I think that's Zapata coming up behind them. I thought Zapata had already been past them, so get that one slightly wrong. Is that DG in the pits? No. Oh, that was DG off, I think. Oh no, that was Hawkstony flying off the road, unfortunately. So DG just lost the position to Rygor. DG, that car really needs to come in, surely. Unless of course he's been in and I haven't noticed. And DG doesn't pit though.
Oh, the tyres are properly gone now.
Siska still has company from Wegwin in 19th position. And looking through the field. Another battle that I'm going to have a look at is the LMP field. Here it is. It is Mr. Alcon and Thompson, 7th position. And you can see it's Hawkstony just ahead. As these two Oricas come flying down. And hello there, Havnor. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for heading on over. Tell me about a Meek Star. There are many things I hope they sort out for Project Cars 2. That sound glitch is, oh my god, they're being very, very irritating. As Thompson gets very, very crossed up, trying to find his way past Mr. Alcon. And we look on the outside of 7. Mr. Alcon does not have to yield. Might think about letting him go if, 3 wide on the exit of 7. It does look like Thompson's got the greater pace. As past Adrian and they come. Oh, that was very close. Still no impact, still side by side. Oh, and is that DG off? Or I think it was Hawks turning off. Yes, it was. And still, Mr. Alcon hangs on to that. Someone's hit the wall somewhere. Siska that's hit the wall. Just seen him leave the position. And Groby and Hitharians has climbed another couple of positions. I think someone's in the pits though, which will be why. Whoops. A little too wide. King-Kodiak is in the pits. Yes, he is. And that is indeed Morvick. Let's just leave the pits. DG's in there as well.
Pits.
Mr. Alcon still got company. He's doing well to keep the pressure of Mr. Thompson under control. This is from Thompson's perspective. They come through turn 5. Down to 6. Ooh, a little bit deep there for Mr. Alcon, but he keeps it on the road. Down the hill. Down to 7. I think that's just a choice in different lines. I saw that in the GT3 race as well, where people go for a wider run through that turn 7 to try and get a better exit. Andrex seems on another planet today. His pace has been incredible. As Flying and Metacari have just swapped position. Race leader is in. Race leader is in the pits then, along with Flying K-Fran. So Colonel McCoy is up into second, and Thibaut Metcario regains the lead for now. Oh, he looked away at the wrong time. Thompson has got past Mr. Alcon. Mr. Alcon's in trouble. He got himself a car track penalty. Mr. Alcon threw that 7th place away. Well, 6th and 7th away. As Maxwell has actually got past him. I haven't looked at Maxwell for quite some time. So he's up into 7th there. Thompson. There's Zapata. He's up to 5th position. There is K-Fran. Still in the pits. Andrex is back on his way then. And a big old pit stop for him. K-Fran now finally underway. Zapata's just got past him. That is 5th position then. That's Marek. There is Zapata for 5th. So he just managed to beat the Marek out. And that is Flying K-Fran then on his way. Oh, blimey. It's Zapata getting a bit racy there. And on he goes. Is that Mr. Alcon in? Oh no, that's Mr. Alcon with company. From Maxwell, no less. So after Mr. Alcon's cut track penalty, he's now got Maxwell for company. I think he's actually just taken Maxwell. He had lost that position previously, so Maxwell's now behind Mr. Alcon again. That was me thinking the Mareks were going to completely dominate the race. Whilst one is leading the race in the form of TB, and one has been leading the race all race long because of Andrex, it has not been a complete 1, 2, 3, 4 of Mareks. TB continues. Colonel McCoy is in. Where's Andrex? There he is, so that's second position back in the hands of the Marek. Here goes Flying K-Fran with a hello, Hypnotisement. Good to see you, sir. K-Fran comes past Hawks Tony. He was on his way. back in third position. Then McCoy's back on his way then. Martin is also in. Extremely damaged Marek. Thompson, he's quite a way back. I'm not sure he's going to gain that fifth position. Jons is in the Mercedes and Hawk is in the Corvettes. Let's show them for you. Where are they? There's Hawk Stoney. Camera will catch up there. With that is GT3 leader Groby right behind him. Oh no, beg pardon, Morgan is actually leading the T3 field at the moment, so Groby must have been in. There is Hawk Stoney, and Jans is one position down, but quite a way time-wise. There he is in a battered and pink Mercedes. Very, very, very heavily battered for Jans. And Thompson and Zapata are trading positions. Thompson then getting the pressure on Zapata then for fifth position. Just catching up with the chat there. Oh, Flying Cobra and TB have swapped. That's why TB's come through the pits. Now he comes in into third place. So Andrix, of course, resumes the lead of this race by now 22 seconds. Over this man, Flying K-Fran. TB is now in third position. Fastest lap still with Andrix by 800ths of a second over Flying K-Fran. Yeah, there's very few cars that don't have damage on them, Meatstar. You are right in that. It's Gunnar McCoy with a visor full of Groby. Groby in the Aston. Oh, lovely overtaking manoeuvre there by Colonel McCoy. Oh, someone's clunked with the wall. Ow. Trying to figure out who is hitting the wall is often near impossible. Seems like someone's in the pits there. So looking back at Thompson then. For fifth position then, he's continuing his battle with Zapata. And coming in front of them is Ticklish Pickerwickle, who is in 10th position, and already ahead of him is Rygor in 17th. A bit of a gaggle of cars here. This is the view from Thompson. Oh, he had a good run on the Marek, but of course there's no really way to use it there. Oh, he's not going to go through wide there, surely. No. Rygor does not have to yield anything. It's up to the LMPs to figure their way past the GT3s. Ooh, Rygor could have squeezed, but of course it doesn't really serve either of them for him to do that. Thompson did lose a bit of pace there, a bit of speed, a bit of time. Oh, as Thompson bounces off the wall on the exit of turn 7. We are coming up to the end of the first hour. Andrex continues to lead the way by quite a comfortable margin as someone else has just clunked off the wall. It's fairly common there on the exit of that last turn. I suspect that was Zapata. You see Thompson come over the line. Gozer Kitty has got company. I don't mean the Mercedes of Groby either. He is got Maxwell for company. This is a battle for 8th position. On the way down to turn 7. Gozer Kitty had a great run out on the exit of that corner. It looks like he's going to fly past his fellow Marek of Maxwell, and indeed he does. So through into that 8th position then is Gozer Kitty, quite easily done. I don't think Maxwell put up much of a fight then. Gozer Kitty has got much fresher boots on that particular car than Maxwell does. So he is continuing on his merry way. There you see Groby Morvik, I beg your pardon, flying through the shot. So Morvik then leaves the GT3 field by quite a way. You're always tempted. Always tempted. I'll try that sentence again. I was trying to speak and read what you were typing at the same time as Maxwell flies off the road at turn 1 and gets himself a big old cut track penalty for it. You are always welcome to sign up to the league, despite the fact that the league has started. You will be put on the reserve driver list. So if any main drivers can't make it, you may get the opportunity to have a crack at joining in a particular race as a reserve driver. But also, there are social races that do take place, exactly as Extrovert is listing off there. I myself do get involved in some of the commentaries. It's not often I cover the social events in Italy, but generally you will have me commentating on the Endurance League races, unless for whatever reason I am not able to make it. Now, unfortunately, I have to do something a little bit unprofessional at this point. What I'm going to do, I'm going to find a battle, and I might have to look to our GT3 field for this. Rigor is fairly close to David's sister. Where is he? There he is. Do I ever drive? I have done. I have done on occasion, but my wife is out this evening, and I have to just double check on my children to make sure they are asleep, as I'm the only adult here. Well, adult is a relative term, of course. I shall be right back. I'm going to leave you. I shouldn't be more than a moment or so, unless they're awake and bouncing off the walls, which is always possible. So I'm going to leave you with this battle with Rigor and David Sisko for a moment. I shall be right back. Okay, I'm back again. I apologise wholeheartedly for that. And what a surprise, the two I left fighting are now nowhere near one another, so we've just been watching Rygor go around the track. Let's have a look at who's where then. Of course, Andrew still leads in the Maverick. Second is Flying K-Brown in the Naraka. There he is, just completing lap number 40. Lap 39. Mescaria is in third position, just coming past Yons and also jumping past Fast Drop. Ooh, that's a little bit close. Colonel McCoy, fourth position in the Orica. Zapata, fifth position in the Maverick. Oh, Maxwell, what's going on with him? He's in the pits. That's what's going on. Sorry, I was just reading what... I was just catching up with what you guys were saying in chat. Of course, I'm reading Le Mans as Lemons. And that confused me for a moment there, of course. No, it makes sense. Who shall we look at? Ooh, there's a battle here for 16th. There they are. It is Danius Ginetta in the Mercedes in 16th, Catharian in the Ginetta in 17th, and David Siska in the Merc in 18th. These three cars pretty close together. It's been pretty quiet over the radios for a while now, so everyone is pretty much behaving themselves, and that out the shot you just saw was Rygor. So this field, if they catch up with Rygor, could have a 3 to 4 way. Oh, and we've just lost. That's Franco Joes has just left for 7. Poor Franco Joes had problems early on. Sadly, he had an argument with the wall at the top of the S's. Look at Bulgaria getting alongside the Mercedes. DG having to go to the inside to try and defend. As we are fast approaching the halfway stage of this race. Ooh, crikey. Sorry, thinking about an outside manoeuvre at turn 1. Oh, careful DG. He just avoided the cut track there. Just can't get over how much damage there is on that Ginetta. As Dozer Kitty fast approaches these. Oh, David Siska has vanished. He's in the pits this one. So that leaves then these two Julia. Oh, TG! Flown straight on at the bus stop. That's the end of that particular battle. Did Catharian get a penalty as well? Or did Catharian allow TG to regain that position? Interesting. I was expecting Catharian to fly past the Merc at that point. So there's Ginetta keeping that pressure on the Mercedes at the moment.
Yellow flag for him there.
Oh, yellow flag. And Drex is saying there was trouble at turn 1. We can find out what that is. Nothing from TV. Whatever that was is cleared up, unfortunately. So I'm afraid I don't know what that was. Oh, another battle we have here is 13th position. Faster on Gwegwin. 2 Astons. Having a battle
I run wide, by the way, on Rex. Wasn't on purpose.
Ah. Yes, thank you, Meatstar. They are still awake. Unfortunately, but they're in bed at least. My youngsters are actually behaving themselves and staying in bed, which is well, one of them is asleep, the other one is ironically is the younger one, is the 3-year-old that's still awake. I say ironically, it's not really ironic at all. He's a little so-and-so for getting to sleep. The fact that the room I'm in is right next to their bedroom probably doesn't help, so just to keep listening to what I'm saying. Ooh, is that an opportunity for Gwegwin to get through on the inside? Oh, Fastdraw shut the door on him. Gwegwin had a look at the cutback there for turn 7, but decided against it. Let's go on board with Gwegwin. I hate this sound glitch, it really is irritating. It was 8. Oh, a bit wide for Fastdraw, and the sun's getting very, very low there. So it's going to blind drivers at a certain point. I was told that this would happen. And riding on board, actually, with Gwegwin, you start to see the effect of that. Oh, Fastdraw again. Eating your shoe. Okay. Again, having to think about an inside manoeuvre on Fastdraw. No, he bails out of that one. Of course, they're both in the same car. Oh, goodness me. So it's just setup and driver skill that's going to separate them then. Not many other differentiators, I suppose. Yes, it's... Oh, as Fastdraw bounces off the curb. He doesn't seem to have lost a great deal of pace as a result of it. Onto the back straight. Down towards... And there it goes. That's Dozer Kitty coming past them. Gwegwin. Thought he might have back-ended Fastdraw there, but he didn't. So they come through. Now to loop 5. Gwegwin seems to get the corners fine. He must have more downforce than Fastdraw because he seems to be able to really gain in the corners, but does not have an answer in the straights. Oops, careful. There's only a wall meeting you if you run wide there. So the battle for 16th position continues on. There they are. Hitharian and a dangerous Janetta. Oh, DG! Sorry, Hitharian. Hitharian is lagging. We just saw him being bounced by...
Hitharian, you're lagging really much.
Yeah, we just saw that. Hitharian lagged quite badly. He appeared to stop, yet shunted by Mr. Alcon, then reappeared behind DG again.
I thought I drew straight into you.
Indeed. So still the battle of the Astons continues. In the last corner. Oh, again, Gwegwin getting a great run through the corner, but no answer on the straight. He's going to have a dive on the inside of 1. That's where his advantage lies, but no again. Oh, he's got it this time. Surely he's got it this time. Fastdraw's run a bit wide. And that is 13th in the hands of Gwegwin, but is he going to be able to hang on to it? He's had the pace through the corners for the last few laps. Oh, goodness me. Fastdraw really running wide. He's got much lower wings on his Aston, it would seem. Much more knackered tyres. There you saw Nick Mido just go out the shot. It does look like Gwegwin has got a bit of an advantage then. Overall pace advantage over Fastdraw. But can all change as we are at the halfway stage in this race then. 44. Oh dear, that's, as you just saw, that's Fastdraw bouncing off the wall at turn 6. That is not going to help his pursuit of Fastdraw.
Thank you.
Oh, someone clunking into the wall. You hear these random wall clunking noises, and there is the Corvette and Nick Mido. And that's DG in Hitharian's swap position. That's why.
Oh!
Sounded like Thompson had just. Yeah, Thompson has just swapped position with someone. It was Zapata. So we actually just kind of caught the end of that impact. So that's 5th position that's changed hands. There it goes. That's actually race leader Andrex has just gone through the shots. So he's lapped everyone up to and including 5th position. Meat star. As Thompson works his way past Hitharian. Lap times then. Last lap still with this man Andrex, 133.3. Last time around 134.8. I think we can actually gain 7 tenths on that last lap, but The lead at the moment is, across the line, 16.4. So that's actually come down quite a bit in the last few laps. Last time around, he gained 1.2 seconds. Interesting, so is Flying K-Fran on a bit of a charge, or did Andres get caught out in a bit of traffic? We will see as the lap unfolds. Let's have a look then at 12th position. That's Nick Mido and Gwegwin. These two, Corvette and Aston. That's fast draw that you just saw. Now that he's free of his fellow Aston, he's chasing him. He's now hard on the heels of Nick Mido. Go as they come through turn 9. Mixed up. Stop it. Funny, but no. I cannot condone such actions. Oh, is that the Corvette coming in? It is. Nick Mido is choosing now to pit as we hit the halfway point. 45 laps done, 45 to go. Bang on the halfway point. Nick Mido comes in. Well, assuming another stop, assuming he has done one already. Stop. That is Gwegwin just ahead of him. So now Gwegwin isn't chasing someone. Can he start putting away from the chasing Aston of Fast Draw, I wonder? Ronaldo, of course, loses the position until he stop. Who shall we look at? Everyone is pretty well spaced out at the moment, I'm afraid. So there's no particular close or wheel going on. Did Maxwell retire? He did. Maxwell is also gone. We are now down to 20 races. Another victim of this race. Didn't see what happened to him. But, another victim of this endurance event has been claimed. That just gone through the shot was Mr. Alcon. Right, and there he goes. That is Maxwell just dropped, was it? So we lost someone, but I couldn't tell you for who. So we have just lost somebody from this race. Not sure who that was that dropped, I'm afraid. Andrex then, let's see what his lap time was last time. 1:33.6 last time, 1:34.0 this time, so able to pick up the pace when he needs to. He was led for the vast majority of this race, taking the lead very early on from TV Muscaria. Flying K-Fran crossing the line, 1:36.5, so not a good lap for him. He's lost 2.5 seconds on the race leader, and that gap now over 25 seconds. That in the background there you just saw in that shot was TV Muscaria. There he is. So Marek, Orica are your top 4. T-Boot, his last lap, 1:36.2. So only gained 0.3 on K-Fran last time around. Jenna McCoy, and the next Orica, 1:34.8. So he had a pretty good lap last time. Thompson is coming out of the pits again. Another pit stop for the green Orica then. As Dozakini is just coming around the corner, and should just beat him out of the pits, and he does. Thompson comes out in 6th position. His next stop. That is.
Sorry, Dan.
Let's check in with our GT3 leader, Groby.
I didn't see you.
He's been the GT3 class leader for quite some time now. Over Groby's moment about 6 seconds, give or take, between the two.
Bloody hell, where did you come from?
That
scared the shit out of me.
That's Thompson. That's talking about Dozer Kitty, I suspect, as they just...
Yeah, it seemed like they hadn't seen us, so I was like...
that's Dozer Kitty has just
taken.
taken that 6th position from Thompson. In a rather dramatic style, by the sound of it. On On they
Because
go.
when I came out of the pits, it said the next guy behind me is half a minute.
Wrong. Wrong. We saw you come out of the pits with only a few seconds on Tom's.
Yeah, I
Dozer
wasn't
Kitty at that
as
point.
behind you.
That is
Figured.
That is Class E to Groby. That's caught in the middle of those LMPs. As Thompson tries to chase Dozer Kitty back down again. Boink. Why does Thompson have a monkey on the side of his car? I know it's been there all race. I haven't only just noticed it. There's all the time to ponder on why. Bearing in mind these are custom skins. These have been purposely done by Rygor, who's in this race. He's coming 13th. He's in the Corvette. And includes my safety car skin. Which I'm going to show off now. There it is.
Another disconnect.
With my channel names on. You see that very well in that shot. There it is. Actually zoomed in on the Twitch channel name on the side, on the back rather. You can just about see the YouTube channel name on the front of the film. That's what we know is retired. There is Jons. Running last now, unfortunately, in Mercedes. Gas Monkey Garage, oh, is that what it is? Oh, Nick Mider, you disconnected. No way. What a shame. Oh, got you, Meatstar. Ah, thank you, sir. Hawks Tony. Just gone out the shot there. There he is in the Corvette. What the few? Fairly clean car. Whoops. He's run a little bit too wide there. He's actually got relatively little damage on that car. As that is Zapata, I think, has just come into
Sorry
this.
guys, that was my race. Hardware failure.
Oh, someone's out. Not sure who that was, as that is whoops, there's Zapata that got
Sorry,
himself
mate.
crossed up.
No, the flash to say thanks.
It was Zapata. It was Zapata that had trouble at turn 1. So whether he got put off by car he was trying to lap, I don't know. But he's now down to 7th as a result. Thompson's just gone past him, as well as Dozer. You just saw Thompson go out in the shot there. Zapata back on his wagon. So back down to where we were. Hawks Tony. There's a video of Thompson just coming past him. David Siska. Still going in the Mercedes. He's had that damage all race long. He is in 17th position at the moment. 14 seconds or so. Yeah, that's a shame, Nick. That is such a great shame. I could see someone had disconnected, but I couldn't work out who it was. What, do you just have a random disconnect, or do you have internet trouble? Oh, just grabbing myself a drink then. Fast draw them. That is actually Class D for Groby directly ahead of him. Oh, beg your pardon, no, it's not Class D, it's Class 2nd. It's Groby. I'm so used to Groby still being in the lead of the GT3 field. There is GG. He's been in a few battles this race, but currently finds himself 12 and a half seconds ahead of Fast Draw. Itharian, there he is. Last time we saw him.
I'm going off, guys.
Just don't leave the session. Because the server it's
I
unstable
don't know who that
already.
is. That's,
I can leave it. But I won't be here, unfortunately.
not 100% sure who that is. I don't recognise the voice. So, Tharian, continue on your way. Rygor, his Corvette is somewhere. Or is it? Oh, yes, it is. The camera took so long to change then. I wondered if Rygor was actually off on the gravel somewhere, but there is Gwegwin. So,
Someone going backwards on my screen. on the map.
Oh no, Hitharian's in trouble. Hitharian, we just looked at, has just lost the position to Dangerous Janetta. He's had trouble down. Where is that? I've lost track of where we are. That's. So he's had trouble somewhere between 7 and 8, I think. As he's now coming to complete the lap. Oh dear, not. By this time, we're coming up to the hour and a half mark. So people are starting to get tired. Concentration now becomes even more difficult. So Rigor, as we were looking at before I spotted that spin, is having a look at the back of Gwegwin, who you just seen coming out of the shop. Gained about 7/10 last time around, did Rigor, so that's Morvick and Mr. Alcon's holding position, and that's why Mr. Alcon's pits. There is Gwegwin in the Aston. He's got quite a big gap between himself and Roby though. So his immediate concern is the Corvette that is bearing down behind him. As they come through 8 and 9. Alcon knows in the pits. There is Roby in the Mercedes with Jons directly ahead of him. That is Fast Draw directly behind him. And about 7 seconds down the road is this man, class leader Morvick, in the Aston Martin. Morvick was in the race with me in the V8 Supercars here last night. And he's the only person that did worse than I did. That's Mr. Alcon losing a few more positions. He's stuck in there a long, long time, as Mr. Alcon had to retire. He's still in the pits. Keep an eye on that. Edwin Grovey Morvick, and there is TBW. Gets Tharian out of the shot, and that is race leader Andrex coming up behind him, who TBW dutifully gets out of the way of. I think Mr. Alcon is out, as I think he's still not moved. That would be a great shame if the pit bug has claimed him. Zapata in 7th position is about 5 seconds down the road from this man Thompson, who still has a face full of Dozer Kitty. Dozer Kitty's having a pretty good run here at Watkins Glen. Thompson runs a little bit wide on the entrance to turn 7. That you just saw was actually Zapata directly behind Thompson here. So that time fast around 136.1, 35.9, 34.9 for Zapata then. So Zapata is gaining on the warring couple of Thompson and Thompson. Yes, try that again. Thompson and Dozer Kitty. So battle for 5th position could well get even more interesting if it becomes a 3-way battle with Zapata in there. Gunnar McCoy in the 2nd green Orica is minding his own business there. But Tibu, as he just gets past Morvick, is not very far behind Flying K-Fran for 2nd. There is Flying K-Fran. So another Orica Marek combination battle going on here for 2nd place. TV less than 2 seconds behind Flying K-Fran. That battle is looking good. Look at the dirt on the side of that car. It was once white. Last time around 34.6 for racing at Andrex, 35.7, 33.9. So TB really got a good lap on K-Fran then. That time around. Let's jump back down to our battle here. Thompson and Dozer Kitty. There they are, as Rigor has just been passed by them, and there you see Zapata in the background. He's definitely gaining on these two, as Hitharian and Dangerous Janetta have just swapped position. I think DG got himself a contract penalty again. As run very deep at turn 6. Yeah, I think Catharian's definitely got the pace advantage over DG. And that's fairly straightforward there. As there is... that's Hawks Tony. Look all that. Oh dear, Thompson's lost time then. Hello, Star. We are 1.5 hours in, so there is about well, as you can see, there's 36 laps to go. About an hour and 10 minutes, give or take. So we're just over the halfway point. Now roughly equidistant between himself and Zapata and Dozer Kitty. There have been a few, Star. There have been a few. Just like Zapata didn't quite get as good a run through 4, 5 and 6. Oh, does that sound like a very heavy impact for someone? It wasn't Zapata. Not entirely sure who that was. There's no point in me going to go have a look for them. Oh, is it Mr. Alcon? Mr. Alcon is in the pits. He's been there for ages, so it wasn't him that bounced off the wall earlier. I'll give it to Jons. He's not given up.
Sorry, I have no grip, mate.
I don't know who that is.
No problem.
Jons has continued to
Just couldn't keep
drag that Mercedes around with all that damage. He's had most of that damage all race long. King-Kodiak is getting very, very close to challenging for that second position.
I can do a bit more laps when my tires go grey, right?
I don't think Vadim is part of the endurance league. If he is, he's not in this race.
Yeah, I know, but it's a matter of strategy.
Lap times last time around, 34.2, 34.6, 35.5 for the top three, so TB didn't have a good lap the last time around. But he's still in with a decent chance of challenging for that next podium position. Should K-Fran make a mistake, K-Fran will definitely know he's there. He has crew chief running. Crew chief would have told him long before now. But just a quick glance behind him will tell him that there is a car there that's been there for a long time. And it is this man, T-Boo. King-Kodiak, our pole sitter for this race. Who else can we look at then? There's a kitty. Oh dear. A bit of a bounce there by Thompson. I think he clouted the rumble strip on the exit of turn 11, the final turn, rather hard there. But he's trying to keep in touch with Dozer Kitty. Dozer Kitty having a great run here. He's actually pulled away quite a bit from Thompson. From last we saw 35.1, 35.6, 35.3 by Zapata then, so Zapata's gained a few tenths on Thompson, so now Thompson's going to have to start concentrating on that behind as opposed to that in front. Just see Catharian and Dozer Kitty flying out the bottom of the shot. King-Kodiak doesn't look like he's gaining enough at this point on K-Fran to start challenging, but Zapata does look like he is. As that is Jons ahead of Thompson, with David Siska already ahead of him. Oh, and that's allowed Zapata to close right in to be in striking distance of Thompson if he gets a good run through this turn, which he does. And as Jons well and truly getting out of the way. Thompson then really having to think about defensive manoeuvres on Zapata behind. Ooh, that could have been nasty. Siska keeping out of the way but keeping his pace up as well. Oh, Zapata had to think about trying to get into the slipstream there, but bailed out of it and went for that move a little bit too late. Well, it didn't look such a clean move through turn 1 for Zapata. 36.9, 36.4, so half a second to Zapata's favour then. Last time around. 3-4 for the back straight. That's the perspective from Zapata. He is closing in a bit on the Orica. Again, as we've seen before, it could be down to aero differences. You can go for a low wing setup to be quicker in the straights. You go for a higher wing setup to be quicker in the corners. Watkins Glen is one of those kind of mixture circuits where there are a number of corners, but they are pretty quick corners. Oh, second has just swapped round. What's happened to Flying K-Fran? I think he's had himself a cut track penalty. He's suddenly lost a lot of the time. And there you can see T-Boo is now, he's gone through the bus stop before K-Fran's actually got through it. I reckon Flying K-Fran got himself a cut track penalty at turn 1. He is now about 4 seconds down in third position. Oh well, T-Boo's had an absolute stonker. Yeah, 137. I suppose at 133. So no, if he had got a cut track penalty, he was before the end of the lap. So second place then is now in the hands of the Marek of T-Boo Merticario. So 2 Mareks are 1-2, 2 Oricas 3-4. So then, looking through the field, and everyone else is fairly well spread out. Flying K-Fran. McCoy is catching up with it. Thank you for being the spotter there, Franco. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, kindly gentlemen. Zapata is still on Thompson's tail if the camera would pan around there. Again, lap times 36.0, 36.3. So Thompson did get 3/10 on Zapata that time around, but again, it looks like Zapata's got the pace difference on the Marek ahead of him. Oh, as Thompson goes very, very wide at the exit 7, and look at that! Zapata had a great run through that turn, and before he's even hit the braking zone, Zapata is now in his 6th position, leaves enough racing room in case Thompson has to throw the inside, which he does. This time Zapata's going to have the inside line. That's where his advantage is in the corners, and then he is in 6th position. Thompson's not giving up on it, still side by side. Crikey! 3:10. Oh, and this time Zapata has claimed that position. Thompson really did have to let it go at that point. But we are now getting to a quicker part of the circuit. And Ozon dive on the outside for Thompson. Can he switch it back? Yes, he can! Oh, beautiful move by Thompson.
61 starting line.
Very, very nice. So that's Thompson back up into 6th position, and that is Fastro, I think, directly ahead of them. And the Aston usually gets out of the way. Oh, well, there's Zapata then. He's now at the pace then. Can he get it done before the braking zone into the bus stop? Ooh, it's going to be close. Oh, he's bailed. He locked up on the way into the bus stop. That's going to be a big old cut track penalty. Oh, goodness me, he's hit the wall. Is that a disconnect? Is that a disconnect? We've seen this so many times. Hendricks is continuing. Zapata is... no, he's not disconnected. He's had a problem with some description. He's now moving again. What a shame. I wonder if he had a steering wheel problem. Has he just seemed to lose his braking point completely into the bus stop chicane?
Profiler says I've got 170 laps of fuel left.
170 laps, that's impressive.
Some tank.
Yeah, it was indeed a good battle that we were facing Zapata and Thompson, but as Thompson allows 2nd place Merticario to go through, Flying K-Fran has pitted. He's now down in 4th. Well, he's just coming out of the pits now. So that is probably... Hello, 118. Good to see you. That's probably going to be Flying K-Friend's last pit stop, and that's Thompson just coming up behind him. And Flying K-Friend has a particularly clean car as well, so yeah, his mechanics will be happy about that. And Quakeland have just swapped position. That's why Merck comes in for his stop. Oh, someone else is coming out, and that's Andrex is also in. Big old look at the Gatling cars. I mean, not all of these cars are still running. Race leader is in. T-Boo claims the lead for now. Still in there. That's Dangerous Janetta leaving the pits at the moment. That is... Can't tell who that is leaving the pits now. I think it's Dozer Kitty. Then McCoy goes through into second position. That is indeed Dozer Kitty that has just come out of the pits. He's in 6th. Is Andrews on the move yet? Yes, he is. So he comes out in 3rd position. Yes, you're not the first person to make that observation, 118. The only person running a Janetta... no, it's going to start. The only person running a Janetta is actually Tharian, who's up to 12th now. So he is 3rd in class, but I suspect he's got a pit stop. Flying K-Fran, he's done his pit stop. He finds himself about 40 seconds behind Andrax. Thompson, that's where you previously saw. Goes a kitty. Coming up to the back of... Who's coming up to the back of? That is a Dangerous Janetta. That's Curler McCoy. Just gone through the shot in the second position. Zapata, that's where you saw. Clunk into the wall. TBW. Still running in the Marek. Rigor finds himself at the top of the GT3 field now. Pit stops, I have no doubt. Is Rigor going to come in this lap? And that is Jons has just gone through the shot. Yes, the Corvette does indeed come in for what I suspect is his last pit stop. So the class lead for GT3's hands back over to Morvik in the Aston Martin. There's Groby. There he is. He's in the Aston. He's not in the Aston at all. He's in the Merc. I assume has been through the pits as well. Last time, we jump up to 10th position and 2nd in class. Fast draw. There he is in the Aston. Oh, stopping on track. T-Boo. T-Boo Metacario has stopped. He's away again. That was very weird. Well, I'm assuming that was a lag incident that made him appear like he'd stopped. He's underway again. 30 seconds or so ahead of Colonel McCoy. Oh, we have a drifting Merc. This Dangerous Janetta's Mercedes has got the drifting bug. Fantastic. Tokyo Drift, anyone? It does unfortunately make them more difficult to overtake, but makes them a little bit more spectacular to look at. Oh, there's another reason why we're going to keep hearing war
Jons. Jesus.
Oh, someone's not happy with Jons.
Sorry.
Very true, Star.
Oh.
Very true.
I was giving him some room to pass to the left side.
But not on the racing line. You just brake checked me.
And Colonel McCoy is in.
And I was braking for the corner also.
Gas Monkey.
Right, guys, lead to lap 3, please.
Gas Monkey Energy. Andrew's then up to 2nd. Got about a minute, give or take, to this man T-Boo.
I got a huge cut track penalty in the straight line.
Someone's querying something. The distract seems to be doing that in mid-race. As Flying K-Fran jumps up into 3rd position with Colonel McCoy's pit. Assumedly then, T-Boo is going to be coming in any minute now, unless he's going to try and limp his car home. Which I would be very surprised if he's got a minute's worth of gap to maintain. So if he reckons he can do it, he's got the fuel and the tyres to do it. And he does continue. So he could lose about 2 seconds a lap, give or take, and still remain in the lead. So it'll be interesting to see what TB does. 26 laps to go. 65 done. There is second place Andrex. We've seen him come through the pits last time around. Last lap 134.8. Interestingly, TB is 134.5. So similar pace between the two at the moment. So let's see what the lead is when Andrex crosses the line. As he closes in on Dozer Kitty, I think is directly ahead of him. The lead is 52.3 seconds. So that is, near as damn it, 2 seconds a lap difference. If TB's got the fuel to do it, he could make it to the end. Andrex is going to have to push like hell. He's obviously got the tyres to do it. Lap last time around 133.6, so still got the pace to do it. But he's going to have to go flat out. The last 26 laps to close that gap down if TB doesn't hit again. That's going to be an interesting one to look at. Oh, I just spotted a battle. 11th position. Rigor in the Corvette. Faster on the Aston. If you need a battle, I tend to look at the GT3 field. That's what happened last week at Imola. It was generally the GT3s that I looked at for the battles. But let's see how the Corvette and the Aston do. Let's have another drink here. Oops, careful. You were just about on track there, but oops. Unlike you, Rigor, that was a tad wide there on the exit of 10-11. So this is third and fourth in class. So this is for the final GT3 podium position. Morvik has got a pretty comfortable 18-second lead at the head of the GT3 field. Mistakes aside, he is going to be pretty happy with that. And Tibu is in. Tibu is in the pits. He chose not to. He probably didn't have the fuel to get to the end. So that idea went out the window. Andrex regains the lead of the race. And out comes Tibu then. 133.6 last time around for Andrex. Into second position comes the Marek. But TB Mid-Carrier with his teammate of Zapata directly behind him. I think it's... are they both have the JB? Yeah, they do. They both pay homage to Jensen Button on the fin of the Marek. Thompson has a minute and a half, over a minute and a half actually behind Colonel McCoy. Got if that timing is right. Let's head back to this battle for 11th position. This battle here, faster on Rigor. Whoops. Actually sounded like the engines turned off completely there. Oh, and that was a big old clunk there. We saw Pickle Whittle do against the barrier. In the background there, and that's 8th position. I'm assuming these two have pitted because they don't show any interest in coming in at the moment.
Just qualifying.
Oh, was it 17? Oh, God, that's me not paying attention. Thank you for that, Star. Of course it's JB. The wrong JB, I should say. Yeah, well spotted, 118. Yes, these are custom liveries done by this man. Rigor is the artist. He's done custom liveries throughout the field. Of course it's Jules Bianchi. What am I on about, staff? Jensen Button's blooming number 44. So, yeah, that was actually really blooming daft of. So thank you to Jules Bianchi. Oh, thank you, staff. Pointing out those two pictures you get. There's quite a number of LMP cars around here. One of them is actually racing it around tracks. He's directly ahead. Directly behind, sorry. Fast Roy. He's now directly ahead of him. Oh! Yes, Lewis is 44. Yes, I know. Nearly 2 hours in there. I know. But James Button certainly isn't number 17, never has been. So I've been wrong on every single F1 point. I've never been one for remembering driver numbers at the best of times.
How long ago you did it?
And Jack's making a point there, which unfortunately I couldn't hear. So we are 1 hour 50 then into this race. That did include the parade lap at the beginning. 23 laps to go. Translates into roughly 45 minutes remaining. Imagine it's getting to a point then where the drivers are starting to really hope that checker flag comes sooner rather than later. You got disqualified, Jons. Oh yeah, I can't select number 20. If I point at myself, it points to the sky. That's me apparently. That's fantastic. I just play with the camera. Oh no way, Jons. Yeah, apparently I'm up there somewhere. Fantastic. Anyway.
Someone's smoking a bit.
That's someone spotted Dangerous Janetta as let's see, jump to DG. Is he still going sideways? Yep. Oops, there's someone's plunged into the wall. Love it, Nick.
GG's going sideways on my screen, GG.
Yeah, it's Thompson's just spotted that GG is... Oh, nice one, Jons. That's impressive.
That's Dangerous Janetta. It's drift card.
I mean, if he was able to drift in a straight line, I mean, that would be highly impressive. Star.
McCoy, I'm going to pit anyway.
So Thompson just announcing then that he's going to come into the pits. Because him and his teammate are pretty close. There he goes.
Thanks.
So Thompson coming in for his last stop. His last stop of the day. Yeah, P-Car's logic. Oh, it's a shame, Jons. I mean, you look very, very heavily damaged from pretty early on. So, did you have an argument with the wall at some point? Oops, and we see Hawks Tony going off into the sand there. And Andrex catching up with Dozer Kitty. It looked pretty severe from the outside, Jons. Times last time around, 35.6 for Andrex, 34.0 for T-Boot. So 1.5 seconds to his advantage, but it's quite a gap to close down as Dozer Kitty comes up into 5th position, and Thompson is back on his way again. And that is 6th position then for the Orica. Dozer and Andrex side by side. Dozer didn't really bleed off the throttle that much to let race leader through, but nevertheless, Andrex got past him. Who shall we look at? Rygor and Plastor again. There they are. Plastor's lost a bit of time on Corvette ahead. He's still in striking distance. Yeah, on my overlay, Jons, you're minus lap 21. Which is impressive. Not even Maxwell, who retired 12 laps ago, is like that. Yeah, I'm 56 laps down, you're minus 21 laps down. So you've already finished the race. So you're the winner. Yay! Yay for Project Cars Logic. And looking through the timings, it would seem that everyone else is fairly far apart, timing-wise. Does the camera still... Yeah, the camera still points north. I can't select Jons. He's just not there. He is up there somewhere, apparently. Ah. Okay, let's stop doing that. Comparison lap times again. 33.5. So, again, just 2/10 off his best then for Andrex.
Fucking
That time around. Oops, someone not happy there. Tibu has got... Wasn't sure which way round those two Mareks were for a minute. It is the part of behind Tibu on track. You can't see yourself on track either. That's impressive. So 34.2 last time around for Tibu. Okay, France still holding on to that third position. He's actually really closed in on Tibu. 34.3. So just a 10th difference. Oh, if I select you, it looks at me. Whoops. Ah, what is it doing? Get off! Get out of the pit lane. Just as you get the wheel, whereas me getting my clicks all wrong. Yeah, certainly start. Certainly start. There you go. McCoy getting a sub 134 in last time around. Actually, that's his best of the race. 135. Sorry, 133.5. So that would have gained a bit of time on K-Fran, but he's still over 20 seconds down from his fellow Orica, though. So with 19 laps to go. Okey-dokey. Ah, well spotted, Nick. So Groby on a bit of a charge to Morvik then. Let's have a look at those. I mean, 44.9 for Morvik, 43.6 for Groby. Could be that Groby's made a mistake somewhere. It could be that he had to bail to get out of LMP's way, or just could be Groby's got the hammer down. We will see as we are nearly hitting the 2-hour mark. That's Andrex has just come through past Morvik. There's Groby. There he is. He's just coming around turn 8. Oh dear. Morvik was Morvik bouncing off the wall at 9. I mean, you can do it. You lose a little bit of time for doing it. But not a great deal. There's a Kitty, I believe, coming up behind him. Yes, it is. So, last time for Morvik was a 1:45.6. Groby. Let's see. That's Thompson just jumping past 1:43.8. That was nearly 2 seconds Groby just gained that time around. Well, well, well. With less than 10 seconds when they cross the line, and 18 laps rather, left of this race, that battle is going to get interesting. How many cars left in each class? There are 8 LMPs remaining and 10, I believe. Yeah, 9, sorry. GT3s still running. We lost Mr. Alcon and Leon, so there's only 17 runners remaining. First to 8th being LMPs, and 9th to 17 GT3s. Whoa, Groby! Come back! It's going to be just a different choice of line. That looked very, very wide on the entrance to turn 6 there. For the Groby in the Merc. He should be seeing... It won't be long before he starts seeing Morvik ahead of him. That's the view from Groby's perspective. Can we see Morvik ahead of him? Oh, just disappearing around turn 9. You just saw the back end of his car there. This is where Morley bounced off the wall a lap ago. At turn 9, so into 10. Whoops. Whoops. Surely you should be able to see Morvik at this point. Ooh, slightly too wide. He's allowing TB through. You probably won't be able to see him now because TB's in the way. Actually, no, you couldn't see him at all. Even without the Marek in the way, and that's Zapata coming up behind him. K-Fran is getting pretty close. That, just ahead, is Zapata. With Groby right in the middle. Oh, goodness me, that was nearly impact. That's not T-Boo. That, out of the bottom of the shot, was T-Boo. That times are somewhere around 33 again, 33.5 for K-Fran. So he's taken another 1.2 out of T-Boo. Keep an eye on the lap times down here, 44.3 and 45.8. Between Groby and Morvik, so that's the two main battles we are looking at the moment. One for second place in class, one for class lead. Bit of string of cars then. That is TB, Morvik, Zapata, and K-Fran. Not that far behind that lot. It's actually Groby. Ooh, that's going to hold up Zapata then. As around turn 9. K-Fran. Zapata dutifully getting out of K-Fran's way. Of course, K-Fran's now stuck behind the Aston. Outside manoeuvre at turn 11. Gets in past the GT3 leader. So now K-Fran can concentrate on chasing down T-Boo for that second place. I lost him about a second then. There's 33.7. for T-Boo. You actually gained nearly 2 seconds on Andrex, but with 30 seconds still to gain in 16 laps remaining, that would be a hell of a push for T-Boo to close that down. Whilst he's got fresher tires, I don't think they're that much fresher. Andrex can turn the wick up when he needs to maintain that kind of gap. So we'll keep an eye on how these two battlers turn out. I think Groby might have lost a bit of time. Let's jump back down to him. Times. Well, I say that. There's 7 tenths between them in Groby's favour last time around, so of course the timings on the overlay that you can see are of course affected by braking zones, and they catch me out. I've been doing this commentary for over a year now. I know this fact, and I still get caught out by it. That you see in the background is a TBW. He's in 8th position overall. There, you just saw the tail end of Morvik's car go over the crest. That shows you how much Groby has been leaning in. If we go on board with the Merc again, TBW doesn't get in the way. Groby allowing racing room through there. You saw very clearly Morvik going around turn 9. And last lap around, or last time we looked at that view, you just saw a brief glimmer of him, whereas that shows you how much Groby is reading in Morvik. So this will definitely, at this kind of pace difference, this battle will definitely get going. Got you, Nick. Got you. 45.3 from Morvik, 45.0 for Groby, so he didn't gain a lot of time, but we saw him running purposely wide at turn 8 to allow TBW through. Got you. I did hear someone talking about saying they thought they got brake checked. But either way, that is what we have. 15 laps to go. We are over the 2-hour mark now. 2 hours and coming up 5 minutes. Just 15 laps remaining, 75 laps completed. Fatigue is really going to be showing now. It's easy for me. I'd sit on my ass and I waffle for 2.5 hours. These guys have got the hard job, very, very, very hard job, of keeping the concentration up. You are showing your age with that one, 118. I remember that. I'll show my age now. I was 16 when that race happened. In 1996. The one and only win in Alicia. You're 16 now. There you go. I am old enough to be your father. You are literally 21 years younger than I am. Let's get back to the race, shall we? Who shall we look at? That behind Andrex is Fast Draw. And also Hawks Tony. This man has... oh, he set the new fastest lap of the race last time around with that 1:33.143. What did he do this time? 33.7. TB. Second position. That car will need a damn good clean after the race. His last lap is 1:34.0. K-Fran. Also 1:34.0. So the pace between second and third is pretty equal. 4.5 seconds or so separates second and third. And McCoy. And the next Orica. Last time around it was 1:34.1. This time 1:34.0, so he's also matched the pace of Tibu and K-Fran. Goes a kitty. Somewhere, there he is. We've got Wegwind already behind him. He's quite some way behind Conor McCoy, but he is having a great race here. Canada 2011 is on Sky Function. Or was that when Cubits had barreled into the wall? I would have watched that one too. I can't believe that was only 6 years ago. Goes a giddy then. Just coming around to complete lap number 78. 1:35.4 last time. And a 1:36.4 this time around. Thompson, 1:34.3, so 2.1 seconds to the Orica's favour. So Thompson then is really going to be pushing in these last 12 laps. Oh, I remember the one where it lasted 4 hours. Yeah, the commentators had very little to do. There was at one point where the camera actually found ducks on the circuit. Yes, I remember that race. Didn't Button bully Vettel off the track of the last lap? Yeah, it was that one. Didn't bully him off, but he pressured him into a mistake. Yes, I remember that. Spoiler alert from 6 years ago. Fast Draw and DG have just swapped position. I think Fast Draw has just come out of the pits. Either that or he had a cut track penalty. I think he's just come out of the pits, and there is the drifting Mercedes. There is a bit of a battle here. Either way, I do remember it. Button's last win, wasn't it? Was that his last win? Oh, nice move, Fast Draw, on the outside of a sideways Mercedes. Into the bus stop. That was brave. Very nice indeed. Thompson's getting pretty close to Dozer Kitty, though. It would be a bit closer if he didn't have a face for the Corvette. Oops. Rigel minding his own business. Accidentally cuts Thompson off. Whoops. As Rigel bounces off the wall. And that's second place TB in the background. No, Thompson. What on earth happened there? He just completely jumped onto the infield. Thompson made quite a big mistake.
Fucking great.
What happened?
It clearly happened. It clearly happened.
Well, GT3s do have the right of way, but that's no reason to cut you off in the corner.
Yeah, but the cut off in the corner didn't cause that, though, Thompson, I'm afraid.
I'm not going to point any fingers. People don't know me.
Just at the end of the race, guys, please.
I couldn't tell you that one, Meekstar. I have a bad memory of the best of times, as was rather proven by the whole JB17 conversation earlier on. I love Formula 1, but I can't remember anything.
Just completing lap 89.
Groby is indeed right there. There we go. That is the gap of the GT3s at the moment. So Flying K-Fran has, looks like he's lost time on TB. Oh, Groby's gone really deep. He really had to get out of that to avoid a cut track penalty. So that would have lost him a bucket load of time. Last time around, 45.6, 44.1, so 1.5 seconds to Groby's favour. He's got the pace to do it. He would have lost a bit of time there, but he's right back on it though. And let's stick with these two, shall we? Ooh, and that was Morvik getting very deep on the entrance of the bus stop there. So come around the long turn 5. Groby having a look at the inside at 6, but a little bit too far back. You think about a move there. I thought he was flashing his lights, but he wasn't. It was just the way that his lights are shining past the car. And that is race leader Andrex going up behind them. There he is. On the back straight. Sorry, not back straight. That's between 7 and 8. Oh, right under the rear wing now. If Morphy's going to try and defend this for 10 laps, he's got a lot of work to do. They've been racing for over 2 hours and 10 minutes now, so he'll be pretty knackered. Not sure what it was that Andrex said there. Always struggle to hear Andrex on TeamSpeak or Discord. Through the last turn. On board with the Merc. This is going to be interesting. Look at the pace difference between the Mercedes and the Aston. Groby goes to the inside more. He didn't even defend the inside line. I think he knew. Oh! Oh, well defended. Oh, that was a brave move by Morvik there. And well played by both drivers. No impact there. Oh, here comes Andrex. Andrex doesn't need to be in a hurry to get past them. And there we go. Slipstream for Groby. Straight through. Oh, nearly clunked into Morvik. Leaving racing room though, and that is job done. That is the GT3 lead back into the downtown. Doesn't work in this context. So Groby has got the class lead back again, but Morvik is hanging on to the back of the Mercedes for now. I suspect this is more tyre wear related than setup related. Indeed, 118. Can Morvik do anything about Groby? Look at that! Look how Groby's able to pull away. That is stunning. The pace difference there is absolutely amazing. This does very much put the advantage back in Groby's hands then. Morvik did have quite a sizable lead. In a, come on, camera, keep up. In the GT3 field for a while.
Being robbed of the win.
Fair enough, style. So.
Not by Groby, especially.
Oh, Morvik is not happy about something. And Groby on his way there. As you say, Morvik could well be sporting damage on that car. Although it doesn't look like it. It looks a fairly clean car from the outside. So if it's aero damage, it doesn't really, it doesn't show up really at all visually. Groby though, unless he makes a mistake, that is could well be the class win for him. 9th position overall. I think it was Jans. I think it was. So someone clunking the wall. That's probably the drifting Mercedes at DG. 8 laps remain here at Watkins Glen. Let's check in with Thompson. Still within fairly close striking distance of Dozer Kitty. There they are, 5th and 6th. That behind it is third place flying K-Fran. So Thompson, with that very odd infield cut that he did a few laps ago, has definitely cost him this 5th position. But does he have the pace to reclaim it? 34.7 and 35.7 for Thompson and Dozer respectively. So second gain last time around. Less than a second between them. And a battle here for 5th position. Thompson's helmet looks very suspiciously, very similar rather to Fernando Alonso's. From the side, anyway. Not really, Meat Star, to be honest. Once Andre's got into the lead, he's been pretty much there and untouchable since. On board with Thompson then. Oh, Dozer was slow through that last corner. This is Thompson's chance. He's got the momentum, but can he get it done? He's going to be on the outside with an Aston coming towards him. Dozer's got the inside line. He's going to have to pick another moment for it. Oh, Dozer's run wide. Oh, it wouldn't want to be 3 wide there. Oh, that was brave.
Thompson. Sorry.
Yeah, that was
Dozer.
Dozer having the same reaction as me.
It's alright. There was no contact.
There was indeed no contact, but I bet there was a bit of buttocks clenching going on as he's now stuck right under the rear wing of Groby. Crikey, he's left Morphic for dead. Oh, that was close. There, you just saw Morphic at the back of the shot. That is the lead that Groby has got for himself on the GT3 field. But Thompson still having to defend from Dozer, though. Ooh, Dozer running a little bit wide on the exit of 7. But continuing on nonetheless. Dozer is staying with the Orica though. Dozer is not letting that 5th position go lightly. Does look like Thompson's got the pace advantage at the moment. 6 laps to go.
Oops,
Dozer has overcooked it. He slammed into the wall. He overcooked it on the exit of 10. Through goes K-Fran. He's still going, but that's not going to help. I think he's got a sufficient gap over Zapata. There is Zapata. He's just coming through. So he's coming through turn. Oh no, he's only a couple of seconds down from Dozer. So Zapata could get interested in that 6th position. If Dozer's got enough damage, he may not be able to keep his fellow Marek behind him. We will see how that develops in the remaining laps. I don't comment on that, Meek. So I don't get much opportunity to commentate on Yons. I think the only commentary I've ever done on Yons is here in the Endurance League.
Oh look, it's Drifterus Ginetta again.
Nice one, Thompson. Morvik and Groby still are fairly close together, but Morvik is definitely losing pace. That's the gap at the head of the GT3. There, at the head of the GT3 field, with 5 laps to go. We'll see them both in this. Oh no, we won't see them both in this shot at all. Yes, we will. That's the camera cut really early.
I don't see him drifting on that one near him.
Oh, that's interesting. Andrews doesn't see a drifting Ginetta. We all do. There we go then. That's the head of the GT3 field. Zapata and Dozer Kitty right side by side at turn 1. Whoa, that was close. So Dozer. I thought it was Dangerous Ginetta. Oh, Dangerous Ginetta, of course, is not on the lead lap. So yeah, that will be why he's asking. There is Sir Drift-A-Lot. It's going to be awkward for Dozer Kitty and for Zapata. Dangerous Ginetta backed out of that.
86 laps to go, just in case you're confused.
So that actually lost Zapata a bit of time there on the back of Dozer Kitty. So 6th position really up for grabs then. in the dying laps of the race. Come through turn 6, heading downhill to 7. King-Kodiak really sticking to that inside line to keep Zapata behind him. Can Zapata do anything about it over the crest? And Dozer jumping to that inside line. Zapata's definitely got the greater pace. I think Dozer's got a fair amount of damage on that car. And big start limit. Ooh, Zapata did not get a good run through 9. Thank you, Star. I'm to spin a lot. Now let's get it right. Zapata then had a good run out of that final corner. Dozer again sticking to that inside line. Side by side again as we turn 1. And again Dozer defends that position. It's okay. Ooh, it looked like Dozer was very wide on the exit of the S's there. This could be another opportunity for Zapata. Indeed it is, but yet again Dozer's defending the inside line pretty well. And he elects not to go 2 by 2 through the bus stop. Probably quite wise. Through 5. And on they go again. Can Dozer defend for another 4 laps? 3.5 laps. Well, you saw how much tighter Zapata took that line than Dozer. Oh, again, nearly side by side through 7. On board again. Jumping into the slipstream. Dozer hanging on as early as possible to that inside line. Through 8. Starting to come up the hill again.
Tell us when you're on a final lap, Andrew.
We are nearly at the 2.5 hour mark. That's where Dozer can hit the wall. There's actually the black mark on the wall there. Three laps to go. And doesn't try a side by side this time. Right under the rear wing and can't really do anything about it of the S's. Indeed, Neat Star. So they get around Davey Siska. Oh, that was close. Zapata keeping the pressure on. Dozer. You never know, 118. You never know. Although I'm pretty sure it has been mentioned before.
And better be fast. I've got 3 laps.
An ultimate. Someone's running out of fuel. 2 laps to go. Andrex has just started the penultimate lap of this race.
Plus fucking 27 aero damage.
Someone's happy. I think it was Morvik. 27 aero damage. I only wonder he's not
Well,
able
don't
to.
hit the wall then.
Thank you,
It's
Thompson.
not the wall. Something else.
Zapata is determined to dethrone Dozer from that 6th position. He's,
Okay,
he's
let
a
me correct myself. Don't hit stuff.
stunning run on that final turn. Can he get it done before the braking zone? Is Dozer going to stick on the inside? Oh, there might have been a tiny bit of contact sending Zapata wide. Oh, impact between the two. Impact between Dozer and Zapata. Zapata's got a cut track penalty. Dozer's lost a massive bit of bodywork. And oh dear, oh dear. What is going to be the outcome of this then? Both cars now severely damaged. That's Fast Draw coming up behind them. That's gonna hurt. Star. it does look like Zapata is reading Dozer back in again. I'm not really surprised considering the big bit of car that is now left on the infield.
Last lap.
Final lap then, as Andrex has just announced. Final lap here at the Glen. And sticking with this battle. It's the only position battle we've got. And Zapata has caught back up with Dozer. Is Zapata going to be able to get past him this time around? As someone's really hit the wall. On board. Oh, he'd run too wide. That'll give him a cut track penalty. Oh, he had to back out of that because that is an almost guaranteed cut track penalty if you run wide there. So here we go again for the final time for these two. There's no engine cover on Dozer's car. We know where that lies. And Zapata giving plenty of room on the inside. And again, Dozer Kitty defends that line. Let's just check where Andrex is. He's on, heading down towards turns 8 and 9. Surely this time for Zapata. Surely. And his job done. The Marek has got it. But we cut then to our race leader. It is. He's been unchallenged all race long. Your race winner here at Watkins Glen.
Congrats.
It's the Marek of Andrex UK. Tibu is... Where is he then? He's just coming around the final corner himself. So it's a Marek 1-2. Tibu Murtakario, your pole sitter, is in second position. Flying K-Fram. Challenged very, very early on for the lead, but has had no answer to the run of the Mareks ahead of him. Here he comes then. The final podium goes to this man, Flying K-Fram.
Ow, ow, ow.
Someone's glad the race is done.
Testing was a bump.
Colonel McCoy
Knees.
brings his
We're still striving, guide.
brings his Orica home. Dozer Kitty did indeed finish behind.
Fucking hell.
Dozer Kitty did indeed finish behind Zapata. Thompson, I think he's actually still running. No, he's 2 laps down, so I think he is now under control. So Thompson is classified in 5th position.
Get this for sure.
Or is he?
Yeah, what happened to you?
I think he might actually still be driving. I'm not 100%
I
sure.
don't know.
Zapata.
Okay, I'm not used to me lapping you.
So Zapata there did claim that 6th position.
Maybe it's just a track. I don't know.
So Thompson is indeed classified as
Marek
6th
OP on
position.
this track.
I just spun
Dozer
1,000
Kitty,
times.
as we saw,
Wrecked
with
the
that
car.
big old
Had to
clunk
pit
into
so
the
many
wall,
times for
is in
damage.
7th.
I
TBW.
don't know, I mean, and my race pace I thought was decent. It was just shite.
So TBW at the back of the NLP field
Good
is
bit of
classified in 8th.
laps.
Groby then
Solid
did indeed win
25s.
the GT3
So
field.
I'm quite pleased
And
with that.
there's that bit of Dozer Kitty's car.
Congrats,
on the
Hendrix.
inside. Morvik is already in the pits then.
GT3?
Rigor
Ruby?
came home in 11th.
Ruby, I guess.
Ruby? Ruby
Yeah.
again. Oh, okay.
Rigor coming home in 11th.
As
Gwegwin
usual, my last
in
stint was
12th.
the best.
4th in class. So your
So
GT3 podium was Groby,
Suddenly
Morvik and
putting
Rigor.
in 34 twos, I
Italian
don't know why, but car
in
seems
the
to be
Soul.
faster towards the end of the race.
In the Soldier Netter
Might
in
be because
13.
the track rubbed in.
Fast Draw 14.
Might be because I
The
set my car
Drift
up
Lord
at,
himself in 15th position.
later time and not 4
There
o'clock.
is Cisco in the Merc in 16.
BG.
Hawk Sony is classified in 17th. Is
set
actually
it
the
up for
last
5 or
runner
6, I
on the
think.
circuit. All others sadly failed to finish. And that draws an end to this particular race. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for those that have been with us from beginning to end. Thank you to those that joined us throughout. It is a great pleasure to commentate for you.
BG, did
My
you
name's
have any
King-Kodiak,
damage
and I will
with
see you
the
right here next
clutch
time
fluid
for
in the
more
back?
AOR action. Thank you very much, and good night.